Hi colleagues. A great game for practicing rhythmic elements once the students are at the ticka level is a game of splash, and kids love it, but there are a few details to ensure that everyone is engaged and that learning diversity is catered for. The important things to know are, if there is an element of focus issue with a student, or usually, I'll have more than one student, I will put them at the beginning of the game, because the idea is that the teacher does not track where you're up to. So it's a real focus and concentration game. And obviously you will use that concept in your class if the students are able, but it ups the ante, obviously. So I'll have the students who are really going to not keep track of where we are at the start, and they will feel that they're more successful in that way. So sometimes students will actually perform the wrong rhythm because they lost focus and they thought they were on 5 when they should have been on 6. So the important thing to keep the engagement is the wild card version, where students who are out are still practicing 2-finger tap and keeping track of where we are. And if they're being successful, have to, it's a pretty busy game for the teacher to keep track of everything. But you can see that one of the students is doing pretty well, and the game is clear of that person. Wild card, Johnny, and up they stand, and then they're in again for the next round. Obviously, the students at the start, you can give them a go as well, even if they're not being particularly successful, because they just need to know that they can have another go. And that keeps everyone engaged and not stuffing around, etc. I love this game, especially for ensuring that students at the ticka level are able to keep the 4 even sounds performed. So not 1, 2, 3, it is 4 sounds, ticka, because often you'll get ticka, and they don't actually perform that 4th sound. Ensure that the tempo is nice and steady, and have fun. It's a really great game. The next step would be that you would be doing a rhythmic dictation. It's a perfect preparation for that. If in that case you use the stick notation rather than the note head notation, because you don't want them trying to write note heads when they're doing a quick dictation. The child or children who are in at the end, get it down to a couple or maybe 4 or something, so that they are the splash champions. If you're left with 4 students and you can't get it any further down, and you really want a winner or 2 winners, the best way to do it is just to write up some random rhythms with heaps of rests in them, because that will make it really challenging and someone is for sure going to go out. So once the champions are congratulated, those students who are seated and who went out, this is the real crunch of the game. The learning process is then unpacked. So stand up if you were too slow with your performance, or you were too fast, or you hesitated. Stand up if you didn't say the rhythms correctly. Stand up if you didn't perform and clap the rhythms correctly. Stand up if you didn't know where we were in the patterns. In that way, all students feel that they have learnt something about their performance, as well as being engaged and having fun. Musicianship outcomes: maintaining focus by keeping up with the reading of the rhythms. Music literacy: keeping a steady beat, clapping rhythms accurately, and saying the time names accurately, and they match what's going on in your hands. If you're not preparing a rhythmic dictation for that lesson, these rhythm flashcards with the note heads on them are great for stem direction. So you could perform this way, and then you can actually perform the other way, and that's just unconscious preparation for stem direction. So I hope that is a really fun especially for the practicing concepts and getting ready for rhythmic dictation. It's a super game. Happy teaching.